Atul, get this. So, hello, my dear friends. Welcome to our counseling session. I believe today is the last day of filling your BITSAT preference form, and you'll get another chance basically to edit your preference from 3 to 5 of July. So even if you have done some mistake or you want to edit up, so you want to after this session you want to change your preference based on the answers the panel gives, you can definitely do that. Okay, that's not a problem at all. It is allowed and it's quite safe also. So myself, Aditya Shankar, I'm a 2012 Pilani campus graduate. We have Anushka, who has been our last year student from now. Right now, she is electronics and communication. That's
Yes,
what
sir.
it is.
Easy. Yeah.
So electronics and communication from Goa campus. We have Adi Pandey, computer science in Goa campus. Ria, CS, Goa campus. Karthik, MSc economics and
Electronics and communication, sir.
electronics and communication from Hyderabad campus. Yash, can we have your intro, please?
Yeah, sure. Hi, I'm Yash. I'm from Hyderabad campus and I completed electronics and instrumentation this year.
Okay. So Anushka, Adi, Ria, Karthik, they have been our past students who were finally here. Yash is our guest panelist, and we have an exception here, Atul. He is not a BITSian, he's from IIT Delhi. So if you want to discuss about that also is allowed. We can do that also. That's not a problem. Okay. So my dear friends, what we are going to do, we are going to take questions one by one. What you can do, you can raise your hand digitally. Feel free to switch on your camera. This is quite friendly discussion. Don't worry about. Don't worry. I mean, many of you might be seeing your seniors here only. You can switch on your cameras. Please do that, and you can digitally raise your hand. We will take one by one. We will take your questions. Okay. So the first hand is Shubhankar Singh, and others, please feel free to do that. Please try to avoid putting your questions in chat. Raise your hand, switch on your video, and ask question. Okay, it would be better if you switch on your video. I would really appreciate it. Okay, so Shubhankar, go ahead.
Yeah. Hi, this is Shubhankar's dad, and Shubhankar is also with me. So Shubhankar has, purchased. He's going into different institute, and he given the BITSAT session 1, and in session 1 he scored around 271 marks. But then luckily we found Masterclass via Reddit, and we purchased the package. And then the journey was so far he was giving 3 mock tests a day. Okay. So 3 mock tests a day, and after giving the mock test, he gave the session 2 and his score is now 314.
How much?
Significant. 314. 314.
314. 314.
Yes. Yeah, 314. Okay. 314. Yes.
Good. Congratulations for
Thank
a good
you.
score, because this time everyone knows that it was, I mean, quite surprising that this time the test was really tough. Even we never imagined. I mean, many of you might be feeling that in our test series you were getting good, and then in real test you got less mark. It has happened with everyone basically, because we have made test series based on what has been patterned till now. I mean, we have produced a lot of toppers there that we have produced in the last 5 years. This is first time we have observed that scores in the final exams, they are really coming less and quite challenging. So 314, looking at the scenario, it is quite good. Now, what is your question?
Yeah, the question now is that he's getting now good options. So he's getting options of first of all CS Hyderabad. Cutoff last year was 298. So he's getting CS Hyderabad. So he he will get, I think, because we're not expecting the cutoff to improve because the test was very tough. And also, he's also in the range of getting Pilani in mathematics and computing, because last year cutoff was 318 and he scored 314. And also in Pilani, he can get electronic and communication, which is 314. Now his question is, he's with me only, what he should choose, between mathematics and computing in Pilani or in Hyderabad, computer science. And
Well, I think mathematics and computing it's only there in Pinani, right?
no, in all the three campuses now they are giving
Oh,
options.
it's a quite new branch, I believe, right?
Uh, yes, it's quite new branch. I think recently they have introduced, I think 2 to 3 years back. But the cutoff, when we see the cutoff, cutoff is above, electronic and communications, but below computer science in all the three campuses.
Yeah, I mean that branch is quite comparable to computer science only basically, and its cutoff has always been quite high. I mean, earlier, I think it is there in IIT Delhi also.
Yeah.
That time when I was there, it was not there. If you really want to have guys any take on this, your experience and how things are about mathematics and computing, you can share. I pretty much I have little less idea about this, though I know this branch is really really good. People from Hyderabad campus or someone who
Yeah. So I
junior
would
or
just like to say,
go ahead.
hi. So I just would like to say that mathematics and computing, like Sir said, it's only been, I guess, 2 years since it's been introduced. So the actual results on whether people, like the industry professionals, whether they prefer this branch during placements or not, is still, yet to be decided. The course structure is kind of overlapping between computer science, but is more math heavy. So, in my opinion, the roles that would open up in this, if you pair it with a little bit of with a few finance courses, would be maybe core computer science roles or quant roles, quant based roles, and stuff like that. Because the math heavy courses have nothing to do with any of the other degrees. And if you pair that with the computer science courses, it does give a little bit more edge, I would say, in terms of, understanding how, questions might be solved for while solving DSA or while, in general coding. I don't have that much of an idea. So, but the real world results are, still yet to be out.
Okay.
It's still a gamble at this point, but honestly, I haven't heard any bad reviews yet from the students on campus who've taken it.
Okay. Understood. So his options are basically he just want to go to Pilani or Hyderabad. He don't want to go to Goa campus. So that's why he's choosing between Hyderabad and Pilani campus. But good that, So I think after this response,
and one more thing, if you want the placement stats for Hyderabad computer science, I think so. It's there on Reddit.
Okay.
Recently, like a screenshot was shared on Reddit, which had the placement stats for Hyderabad CS.
Okay.
So the average CTC was somewhere around, if I'm not wrong, maybe around 42 or 43. And in the first year, total compensation somewhere around 37 on average in Hyderabad CS. So that's a number you can kind of use as a benchmark. I really don't know what the numbers are for other campuses, but this is something you can find on Reddit.
Oh, that's really awesome. That's really good. I mean, thanks. And thanks to really, the kind of questions which Shubhankar has gone through with this institute so that he can able to score 314 marks. Thanks very much for that.
I want to correct you somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
This 40 something.
Mm-hmm.
So reality check is that this average becomes so high because the foreign placements are also added into it. Okay, so it may not be, if you see only the Indian scenario, it may not be this. So this is a little reality check because okay, people are getting a a CR or 1.5 like that. They are not in India. So overall, they combine, and that's how the CTC becomes quite high. So
Okay.
I'm not discouraging someone. It is definitely good, but yeah, that includes the foreign placement. Now convert those $130,000 into Indian rupees, and that's how CTCs are calculated.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so this is how the scenario is. But as far as I know about mathematics and computing, because yeah, earlier we have been also dealing a lot, and Atul is also here. He's from IIT Delhi. So this branch has been there in IIT Delhi since long. It is really very competitive to get into this branch, and very high placements are there.
Right.
And I
Right.
have heard really great about this branch. Though it is quite new in BITS and placements are yet to come of this branch, but no doubt it is going to be great.
It is indeed a good branch. Just adding because of little background or the kind of friends we had at IIT Delhi from MCA. So we call it MC over there. So this branch is like as we can think, it is a proper overlap of computer science with pure mathematical, like you can say, courses. So if student is really interested in maths, then I would say that we should move forward. And this maths is not just say 11th or 12th based maths. It is theoretical maths. Like when you go to fundamentals, when you go to proving every theorem with every kind of the method which is used, which is generally skipped in 11th and 12th. So if you are really interested that way, because overall you would have to study, if not more, like close to 14 or 15 courses of theoretical discrete mathematics. So that would definitely be there. So that would be a major component. Like at least that was the structure with IIT Delhi thing. And this branch has very nicely emerged in North India. So in fact, the DTU college, it also has an exceptionally brilliant record of placements for this branch. And from 2 years, it might be that when Ram Gopal Rao sir moved to BITS, he would also had a like pushed for it, seeing the records of students here. So now it is in BITS, and I hope that there is no difference as such. How has been the performance in IIT or in DTU? The same would be in BITS also. So with that respect, you can take the decision. My only genuine suggestion would be that Shubhankar should be genuinely interested in maths. He should not be taking it for the sake of it. That is the only thing.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yes, welcome.
Sanket Singh. Can we have you, Sanket, on video and audio if possible?
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir. Sir, I have got 239 marks in session 2. So according to past year cutoffs, I'm getting civil or chemical in the Hyderabad branch or civil in Pilani. So what I wanted to ask, what are the placement prospects in either of those, since it's not a circuital branch? Sometimes people discourage because of low core packages. So
Anyone? See, I also did mechanical, and of course, right now the scenario is that definitely things have very drastically got changed, because that now people are making a lot of videos on YouTube, and they are only talking about CS and all. That's definitely there. And if you are, from my experience, I can just tell you, if you get into civil or chemical, so basically, or mechanical, the core stuff. One thing is that if you're genuinely interested, then the initial package is going to be little less only. That's for sure. But it's not that all the companies are going to pay less. There are companies which are going to pay really good. Now, if you get into civil, and if you really want to sit for IT company, the options are mostly open for all the companies. Okay. In the electives also, many of our friends They have selected their computer science electives, and they are in IT companies. Even my exact batchmate from mechanical, he is in Amazon. So that prospect is already there. Okay. So once you get into college, you can feel that, okay, fine. Is this branch really interesting to you? Or you want to pursue higher study, that prospect can also be there.
Yes, sir.
Or if you want to take electives of CS and then get into IT company, that is also a possibility.
Okay, sir.
So reality at this moment is there. But very recently there were comments from directors of 5 IITs that people are only choosing, if you have heard on it was circulating a lot on LinkedIn that CS is only being talked about. It
Yes.
may happen that after some time, maybe after 3-4 years, there's going to be like too many people from CS, and there will be layoffs. So this curve goes, sine curve, it goes up and down, right?
Yes,
It may
sir.
also happen.
Yeah.
So you don't know what is right now. What is the scenario after 2 years, 3 years, when you are going to graduate? What is going to be the scenario? So we have no idea about it. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Please continue.
So that's what I am saying. We have no idea about the scenario that's going to happen after 3 or 4 years. You never know how many jobs. You never know how AI is going to develop. How many layoffs going to happen? How many new jobs going to come? I cannot predict when you graduate after 4 years how things are going to be.
Yes.
So you should be prepared with respect to all. If you want to get into CS, yeah, you can do CS courses in your elective. That's not a problem. No one is going to stop, and these companies also allow to sit for placements.
Okay, sir.
So don't the college exposure matters a lot. I tell you, college
Yes, sir.
exposure matters a lot. The first placement is not everything. I want to tell you, if you are only going with the placement in mind, then who is going to be an entrepreneur? We
Okay,
are
sir.
also running masterclass.
Yes, sir.
Someone and many people are sometimes they leave their jobs and they ultimately go for entrepreneurship. So college
Yes.
experience matters a lot.
Sir, I'd like to contribute, like, add to this.
Go. Yeah, please do.
Yeah, so normally from what I've seen, my friends in chemical, mechanical, and similar branches. So normally the trend in mechanical is that almost 80% or 85% of the people, they usually go for non-tech or product management, basically consulting, product management. They usually go for those roles. Then there are some people who are interested in core mechanical. I also know some of my friends who have done some overlap between core mechanical and AI, then did some internship in Mahindra, and so now they're placed there. And I'm not really sure what is the work that they're doing, but you do have people who have a certain amount of overlap between some computer science courses and mechanical courses. But the point I would like to kind of differ here with sir is that at least in the practice school process, the one that I was recently a part of, I saw a lot of the IT companies coming for placements. So most of them had at least the big ones, like just taking out of college, the big ones like Amazon, like Single Store, like maybe you can take Cred or Nika, and these companies basically, they kind of preferred computer science students or circuital branch students. For those people, like only those people were, like it was written that only A7, AA, like these are the degree codes. So only these 4 degree codes can apply for these companies. So unless you have some exceptional resume that catches the eye of the recruiters, the chances are not extremely high that you might get through the interview process. Obviously, this is through the college. Of like you can definitely go off campus and apply, and nobody's going to stop you there. So if you have a resume that's extremely good, if you have the skills, if you have everything at the end of 4 years, and you go and display that, There's no one in the world who would say, no, we won't take you. So, but the college route might not help you as much. You might have to go through off campus. That is, you directly apply to the companies, reach out to seniors, reach out to, your alumni network. That's
Yes,
where
sir.
this comes into play. So that's how you might be able to get into an IT company through there. Normally through campus placements, it's a little strict because like in obviously like an institute, they would also like to maintain their reputation. To just kind of to keep the pool extremely good, extremely like the cream of the cream to put them forward. They kind of put a limit that only okay, CS and circuital branch people can apply for this. So the chances are less through campus placements, but through off campus, definitely. You can definitely apply and definitely go into these companies.
Okay, sir. Yes. Thank you, sir.
I'm not sir, I'm here,
Uh,
so it's fine.
Sir.
You can take our names there. It's fine. It's fine. Anirudh or Chuck.
Yes, hello sir. I'm Anirudh and I actually scored 280 in BITSAT. And so I want to ask, sir, what is your opinion on the cutoffs? Like, sir, do you think it will increase or decrease or remain the same? And by how much do you think it will change?
I actually do not have any opinion. So people can talk about those who are in college. I mean, what has been their first year or second year. Some of the students are there, and they might be knowing how the exam. This time the exam has been really really tough, which many of our students have said, and in fact we are seeing this is how I mean people are getting less marks. So what we can do? So I believe that's going to be down by at least 15, 20, 25 marks. We never know. It can depending on how pool has performed. So definitely it's going to be low. That I can tell you for sure. But how much? Little difficult to tell.
Yes, sir. And sir, I
Sir, I just
also
like to add something here. So basically, the thing is, I'll say just I would say just err on the side of caution while you're thinking about cutoff scores and everything. Assume even in the toughest scenario that the cutoffs will remain roughly the same. Right now, the thing is that new branches are being added, right? So they aren't gonna increase the seats on each campus drastically, right? So they are going to subtract certain seats from certain other branches where they assume that there are more seats. So that will also increase the cutoffs. One thing as a ground rule to take is that for branches such as I would say CS, ECE, and to an extent I guess MNC also, the cutoffs will remain roughly the same. So as I saw even in my year, and my juniors will also agree mostly that those cutoffs remain roughly constant or even sometimes increase. So at the top, it usually remains constant. And when you come towards, let's just say the core branches or maybe dual degrees, that's where the differences happen. But this time, some more new branches are being added. So the changes might not be as drastic.
okay. Thank you. And I also wanted to ask, so sir, as a backup, so I'm right now inclined towards taking BITS-Pilani, one of the electronics branches. But sir, as a backup, would you recommend me taking BITS Goa or BITS Hyderabad, the electronics branches?
Well, we have people from both the campuses. They can put their opinion. I have no idea about this thing.
May I take this up?
Oh yeah, we have Anika also. Hi, welcome.
Yeah, hi. So, I'm from Hyderabad campus. I have completed my fourth year. So, as far as I have heard and what we know from all our friends from Goa campus, the grading in Goa campus is extremely like bad, and in Hyderabad campus, it's comparatively easier. And the thing is that some people might tell you in the beginning that it doesn't really matter because the professors are better or something. But one thing to take in mind is that that at the end of the entire course is getting over and you sitting for your PS2, you will have to compete with all the three campuses compete equally, and that is where people kind of like lose if they have lower CGPA if they were from Goa and they had bad grading. But at the same time, a lot of companies have also started preferring Goa campus and Pilani campus over Hyderabad in some cases. It didn't happen earlier, but this time we kind of saw a difference when it came to PS allotments, that like a larger number of people were taken from Pilani and Goa campus as compared to Hyderabad. But all in all, I really feel like, at least for EC, doesn't really make a difference whether you take it in Hyderabad and Goa. And EC is one branch where, like, you being in EC will be eligible for literally any company that comes, because you will be eligible for all the IT companies as well as the core companies. And as for the other branches, I think you could prefer Goa, Hyderabad, depending on what is more important to you, either the CGPA or, like, better courses or slightly better professors sometimes in terms of teaching, academics, and all that.
Okay, thank
Just
you.
want to add another point that if you want to go for masters after your bachelor's, CGPA matters a lot. And if there is a difference in CGPA among the campuses, you should definitely consider that if you're going for masters. And if you want to go for masters, you can also think about colleges which have, sorry, if they have better CGPA awarding. So because BITS is a purely merit-based college, so everybody here is competing. It's tough to get a CGPA here in comparison to other colleges in India, including IITs. So some people I've seen from VIT, they get good admits in masters colleges after bachelor's because they have a good CGPA. So Europe, especially, gives a large emphasis on CGPA. So consider this among campuses if you're going for masters.
Okay, thank you. And sir, I also wanted to ask, among the MSc courses, sir, would you suggest taking MSc Physics, MSc Economics, or MSc Semiconductors? I've heard that MSc Semiconductors is a new field, so
Yeah, so I would like to say that so until last year, the semiconductor craze was less. So, but I feel, as we have seen on the global stage and everything, even in India, so there's going to be a lot of investment in semiconductors. So BITS wants to capitalize on that. So the difference between semiconductor, I would personally, because I'm MSc Economics, I would prefer you choose between MSc Economics and MSc Physics, MSc Semiconductors, because in terms of real life application of your learnings, MSc Economics ranks first. Unless you want to go into like core computer science and stuff like that, that's where MSc Mathematics does have an upper hand. But MSc Economics keeps you open for a lot of finance roles, a lot of fintech roles. And if you get computer science, then you're eligible for any company that comes on campus. But I feel, 4 years down the line, this is my personal opinion, by the way. 4 years down the line, MSc Semiconductors for core placements would be much more in demand as compared to any other single degree student who would be sitting for a PS, or even MSc Economics when it comes to core company placements. Because we're seeing the trend right now that core companies have started taking up. I'm not going to say more people, but they are taking selectively. They're selectively choosing a lot of people from electronics and communication and other backgrounds as well. So that is the trend that I have noticed in my time during college. Obviously, 4 years down the line, a lot of things can change, but from what I see, there are going to be a lot of investments and a lot of opportunities in the electronics domain. So MSc Semiconductors is also worth exploring. So do read up on the course structure and just cross-reference that with the normal single degree electronics and communication courses. See how much it overlaps and just use ChatGPT to try and like kind of make a sense of whether it'll be useful if you sit for electronics company placements. But yeah, so I would recommend choose between MSc Economics and MSc Semiconductors. It's not going to be bad, MSc Semiconductors, but you might it might be a little bit tougher as compared to economics, I would say.
Okay, thank you. And I'm sorry, I just have one last question. Uh, Sir, how big of a risk would you say it is trying to take a master's program rather than taking a BE program, like taking a master's program and trying to aim for a higher branch?
Yeah, so again, I think so. Me and Anika, we both are from Hyderabad campus economics. We both can attest to this fact. It is a risk when you take a dual degree because you don't have your BE degree, until you complete your first year. And trust me when I say this, a lot can change in the first year. So unless you are 100% sure, I know right now you've gone through JE, you've gone through BITSAT prep and everything, and you're like, okay, I can study for one more year if it guarantees me computer science and stuff. But once you enter college, once you have friends, sports, clubs, fests, and all of these things, there is a chance you might get distracted. So there is a risk once if you take a dual degree as compared to a single BE degree. But I feel the risk is kind of worth the reward, kind of. Not, I wouldn't say it's at par, but it is kind of worth the reward because you get, first of all, you're doing 5 years and then you're getting 2 degrees. That's a plus. If you show that anywhere, then they'll be impressed by that fact only. Just like IITs have a BTech MTech program. That's one thing. And on top of that, the knowledge that you gain with your dual degree, for example, in my case, it was economics. It's going to help you once you get into the company and in like your overall growth through the company. So that is also one thing. So there is a risk. I've seen people who got into MSc economics who kind of got distracted and then ended up with, let's say, mechanical. If they had MSc economics, they could have gotten ENI. I think so. I don't remember my cutoffs. They could have gotten ENI or they could have gotten some better branch, but they ended up with mechanical, not manufacturing, but lower branches. So it is a gamble. It is a risk. It all boils down to how much you're willing to sacrifice in the first year, because you will have to sacrifice. I saw my friends having fun and everything, joint clubs, and but I didn't do any of that until my second year. So it's all down to you, I would say.
Right, right. Thank you so much.
Another thing I would like to add is that like the sacrifice thing that Karthik said is really true because like in your first year will be extremely hectic and it's highly competitive. You might think that you have, given so many competitive exams, JE and everything. So like one more year wouldn't really matter. But it's really different when it comes to the whole CGPA system and the whole college system. And also because in BITS, you're kind of competing with almost everyone at your level or maybe more than your level. Another thing that I would want to mention is that even though it is a big gamble and you're not really sure of whatever branch you get, uh, I feel like in the long run, there was a large like the dualites were at a large advantage as far as I saw during the PS because more or less everyone ended up getting into a good company for an internship. And they did not struggle as much as the singlites. So if you are looking at the longer game, like in the longer run, I feel like dualites actually had a very big advantage. Many of us didn't even have to like not me, but many of my friends didn't even have to like give any interviews and all, and they just got into really good companies with like good stipends and good everything with like just their resume shortlisting and nothing much and their CGPA. So that is one thing that dualites actually have at advantage.
Okay, thank you.
Next question, Daksh, is there? Can we hear you?
Yes, sir. Hello, sir. Sir, my question is a little bit different. I have scored 233 in BITSAT and I'm trying for MSc Chemistry in Hyderabad. But I also scored 99.8 in CET, Maharashtra CET, and I can get a VGTI IT with that. So which should I prefer?
BGTI IT. Okay. I believe BJTI is a very, very, very renowned college.
Yes, sir.
Mumbai.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I believe that.
Uh,
I mean, two things which I can say, if you are looking only from placement point of view, then I just straightforward say, because it's Mumbai and BJTI is definitely quite known university, known college. You can definitely opt for it. But if you want to look for overall exposure, life, and the company, then definitely BITS is the thing. Because college is not just about placement, you are looking only at the one figure. Right? After MSc chemistry, also you can take a dual degree, the second degree which you can get, that
yes, sir.
anyway people are going to get. You can work and you can get a dual of your choice. I mean, depending on whether it's your choice or not, but you are anyway going to get it. So overall, company also matters a lot. You know,
Yes,
the
sir.
type of friends you are growing up, you are spending 4 5 years, they change your mindset. The
Yes,
exposure which you are getting out of the university, that changes a lot, and that's the time when you are actually you are you are growing your thinking, your whole thought process, your career,
yes,
right?
sir.
So I'm not demeaning something that VGTI is not good, but since overall everyone knows that VGTI is definitely, because I came to BITS, I was also from Nasik, and I knew VGTI is a big name in Maharashtra.
Yes, sir.
I know that. So if you at this moment, if you just see MSc chemistry and VJTI and nothing else, I say go for VJTI. But after MSc chemistry, you are going to get a second degree and plus exposure plus other stuff. So I would suggest you to give a thought about it. Right
Yes,
now, you have to consider many other stuff also, maybe fee structure and all those. That now you have to calculate on your personal level, right? What
yes,
allows what is the fee structure over there? What is the fee structure coming out here? And how much you wish to take. I don't know about, see, I don't want to comment right now about someone's family situation or how you are going to tackle the fee. So at this moment, I do not have idea what is the fee structure of VJTI.
yes, sir.
I think it is a government Mumbai University, right? It
Yes,
is a
sir.
Mumbai University, I think. Yeah.
Uh,
So its fee is definitely going to be lower than um,
bits.
BITS. Now you have to see basically from your personal financial situation, family situation. By God's grace, I believe everyone is good here. Now, if that doesn't matter to you, I would say definitely go for exposure, go for company, go
Uh,
go for something which gives you huge opens a world for you, and that's what's
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
right. Yeah.
We did also some research at our level. We're in the same situation wherein Shubhankar has scored 99.75 in MSCT. And also he got into bits as well, good score in bits. So we were also thinking of joining VJTI or COEP in Pune. Both are good colleges and top colleges in Maharashtra. But
Yeah.
the only challenge is they are regional. They are not known outside of Maharashtra to anyone. And that was the deciding factor for us. Plus fees is very high in bits, but the SBI, we heard, give loans to the students without collateral, and that loan period is 7 years. It will only start after we finish our degree in bits. So that is a plus point where students can able to repay the loan back in 2 to 3 years once they get a good placement. Then dream companies come in bits, and bits is anyways comparable to most of the new IITs as well as some of the older IITs as well. So I think one area where the bits is there, global brand with the dream companies come, and one is the regional colleges where placement is also good, but not to that extent, which BITS offer. But I think decision is again personal.
Yeah, so yeah, that's what I said. See, what we need to also see the real situation. Though in BITS there are a lot of scholarships also. I believe that that's something which we have not discussed. There is something called MCN scholarship, merit come need. I also got huge scholarship in BITS. Okay, and many of these people might be getting, maybe, I don't know, guys. I believe you in Goa and Hyderabad the MCN scholarship is there. Are people getting?
Yes, sir, it's there. But
Is
the
there?
CGPA cutoffs are extremely high now, and they have been getting high over the years, actually.
In Goa for MCN, anyone over 8 plus got 100, 8 plus CG got 100%, and 6 plus at least 10% everyone got in MCN.
Yeah.
Merit scholarships are a whole another ball game. So in that you need to be in the top 1% of your batch.
Well,
So
that is,
if you
Adi,
want,
that is 100%. That is a merit. I am talking about merit come need.
For
MCN.
yeah, even
merit,
in merit from need, so there is 100%.
Yeah,
If
you are
I'm
saying
not wrong.
something.
Yeah, Ria, continue.
for merit, I think 9.4 plus CG got 100% and around 9.3 plus got 50%. That's it. In merit come need, 6 plus got CG, got scholarship, at least 10%.
Yeah. At that time, my time, 6 plus got 25%. See, now it depends on campus to campus. That is also quite competitive, na? How many people are lying in which band?
Another
So
thing that I would want to mention is like not to demotivate or anything, but like the loan. So like according to the as per the current economy like condition and everything, the interest rates increased, and therefore after the 4 years, like once many of my friends started their full time now, their loans will take like 6 to 7, sometimes even 8 years to get over, because if they're paying in installments of like 25 to 30,000 per month. So, and I don't think you would pay more than that. So that is another thing. Also depends on how much you have made a down payment for and how much you have taken a loan off and all of that. But another thing that I would want to mention is about BITS is that it gives you an opportunity to kind of try in any sector that you are interested in. Whereas in tier 2 colleges, like the ones you mentioned, what happens is that if you're in CS or if you are in electrical or if you're in mechanical, you're stuck in those branches, and you really don't have an option to switch to, let's say, CS or finance if you're not interested in your branch anymore. Whereas BITS gives you an option to explore other fields and pursue those. So that is a very major difference.
Yes. Thank you so much.
So next is Jeremy D'Souza. Hey guys, you can switch on your videos to feel that. Jeremy D'Souza, can we have you?
Good evening, sir. So basically, I got a score of 249, and I was considering to apply for the BITS RMIT 2+2 dual degree in computer science. So if you could, wait, so, the computer science and software engineering one. So if you could please give me some information regarding that and whether it is worth it.
I actually, guys, this is only for Pilani or any campus?
No, sir.
No, now
All
it's for
campuses,
all
I guess.
campuses.
On campuses.
Yeah, I feel
That's
so.
for all. Yes, all
The,
campuses.
so the RMIT batch, I think so, went this year only. So when we were leaving, that's when the first RMIT batch left. So RMIT is, from what I've heard from my friends, it's a good college in Australia. I am not sure what its ranking is on a global scale, or what its ranking is in general. But the only downside for the RMIT program right now, from what I've heard, is that it's expensive. It's very expensive from what I've heard from my friends. They said that the fees is somewhat, I guess, it's like if it's 30 for BITS, then it's 60 for RMIT, something like that. So that the fee difference is one of the major factors that you would actually have to consider if you're thinking of applying there. The results, like I said, the first batch has just gone. The reviews are yet to come. So that's not something we can comment on right now. So again, that's still a gamble.
I think there are more universities. I was just checking out on the website. University of Buffalo is there. One university from France is there.
Yes, sir. So
Yeah,
recently, they launched one more, that 2+2 program. They launched it with the university in France as well.
yeah.
So they did some École Française of something. So they did
Ah,
that. So it's apparently, I think so. That's also good university, engineering university in France.
I know that even Iowa State, Ohio State University is also that's 2+2. So
Okay.
Jeremy, it's not just RMIT. Now, at this moment, that time we didn't have this 2+2, and I think the people are going to pass out. I don't know about this, where their placements are going to be. Are they going to take a placement from those countries or India?
No clue, sir. No clue.
No clue. So, what you can do at this moment, though 2+2 has been there in few more universities also. Earlier in BITS, the CEO of Micron University, he did two years in this and then 2 years in UC Berkeley. So that transfer was also allowed like in 1970s, or he was a chief last year in convocation. I was also there. 2+2 gives you a lot of exposure. At this moment, we have no idea about this, so we do not want to comment on how the situation is going to be. You can just check it out. Maybe the university rankings and the exposure those universities are going to give. Their research opportunities and others. Yes, hopefully that's clear. Can we have
Yeah, I
next?
just have to add one more thing. That since you are going to be doing like two degree, doing it in two different colleges, there's one another thing is that you'll have to take another summer term, which is going to be extra, to complete your certain course fulfillments in BITS before proceeding to the college for your next 2 years. So that's also going to be included. So yeah, it's still in its nascent stages. Just check that out pretty comprehensively on the website.
Yep.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Can we have the next one from Sanvi Agrawal?
Good evening, sir. Sir,
Your voice is very low. We can't hear you at all.
I have got 235 in bits.
235 in BITS. Okay.
Yes, sir. Sir, and I'm thinking of taking a MSc course in BITS Hyderabad, and I have even got a seat in BIT Vellore CS core branch.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I'm confused whether to go for MSc or choose BIT Vellore.
What is the branch in Vellore?
CS, the main core branch.
CS. CS.
Yes, sir.
CS is not considered core, by the way, but fine. It's
No, so
fine.
like the CS core one, like not with specialization like data science something. It's like CS.
Oh, okay. I get it. Now, not with like nowadays. I think that there is something of CS in IoT. I was just
Yes,
seeing
sir.
very super specialization people are making from. Guys, you can say who has not spoken. Anushka. Anushka might be having some experience. Did you give VIT?
But I did give VIT, but like I didn't give it in a way of with proper preparation. I was more focused on BITSAT even during that time. So
Do you need a special preparation for VIT?
not necessarily. I just didn't even look at like the pattern of what like the exam would be in that sense.
Okay.
I just like
So,
up and went because like I had already filled the form for it. That's just that.
oh, okay. Anyone who recently took last year who took BITSAT, Ria, you took VIT and got.
I didn't write VIT.
You didn't write, and we have
So
Yash who's
yeah, so Yash, I think so put it in the chat that he left BITCS.
Yeah, I did. And so what's your branch again at BITS that you're getting?
CS core, like the main CS.
Sorry, I can't hear you.
CS core.
No, BITS. She told 235. She MSc in Hyderabad campus. She's saying
MSc.
some in
So
Hyderabad.
I have I have no regrets about leaving VIT, and I have a regret of not taking MSc Eco because I would have gotten CS. I currently have ENI. So I think that would answer your question from my end, that I would prefer BITS MSc any day, because you get that environment. First of all, you get different kind of students to interact with, and you get a you will probably get a Phoenix degree, right? Like a circuital branch, because it's easy to get a circuital branch after you get a MSc. It's not that tough. So any day, BITS over VIT.
So it's better to leave the VIT CS.
I did, and I'm happy about it because um, I have friends, right, in VIT who have done CS in my batch, and the only good thing is that it's easy to get a CGPA over there. That's all. So if you want to go for a master's, it's easy to get a CGPA above 9 there, and here that same would be around 7.5. So if you want to get a 9 plus there, you want to get a 7.88 plus here. So that's all. All other advantages are at BITS. You get a better peer group, you get better learning, you get better placements, you get PS. Uh,
Also, I would like to add in terms of freedom, VIT is like really strict. So the like apart from academics, your personal growth that would happen. So it's much better at BITS all three campuses, irrespective, as compared to Velo. They have like really strict timings. You can't roam around. Like there's some curfew for I think so girls. There's some curfew after 7 or 6, something like that. That's what I've heard. I don't know if they're rumors or not, or if it's true. But yeah, there's nothing like that at BITS. So it's not just the academic part, it's about, your overall experience because you'll be spending 4 years over there. I also left Manipal CS. I was getting almost 95% scholarship. I left that again, like Yash said, no regrets for that. So, the 4 years experience that you get over here is much better as compared to what you would get at BITS, as compared to BIT or any other college. So
and just to add to that, saying we have no regrets is a very nice way of putting it. We are actually really happy that we decided upon this, because Karthik is my wingy, so he knows. It's been a good experience, and I would definitely prefer you to join BITS, not VIT.
Yeah, and actually, I don't think so. I'll be getting MSc Economics or Maths. I will be basically getting MSc Chemistry or MSc Bio.
It's okay. It's okay.
So one of our friends also, again, one of our wingmates, he also has MSc Bio. There's nothing wrong with MSc Bio. But see, the dual degree, the dual part ends at like after your third year. And whether you want to pursue something that's aligned with your dual is completely based on your choice. But because you have something like MSc Bio, so there is a lower chance that you would, want to pursue something in that sense. Obviously, like the one that I mentioned, one of my wingmates, he has an MSc Bio degree and he is doing something in ML regarding, cancer detection using images and using machine learning. So he does that, and his knowledge of bio kind of helps him with that. So that is something, but like there's no issue if you have MSc Chemistry or MSc Bio. The only advantage that MSc Economics has is that finance companies are available for you. That is point number one. And the second point is that the knowledge that you gain is more real world as compared to what you would gain from other dual degrees. So that's also another plus I would like to say. Being an MSc Economics student. And yes, the grading is, I would say, relatively easier as compared to other dual.
So, like, will it be possible to get CS with MSc Bio?
It is definitely possible. Again, your the dual that is decided is not based, matlab, your PE degree that you get after the first year is not based on your dual. You can be any dual and you can get a computer science. It is based on the first year performance that is common for, and the subjects are common for everyone in the first year. So let's say you have 6 subjects in a semester, you'll be studying this, like everyone on campus, irrespective of their branch, should be studying the same 6 subjects. And based on like relative grading, what the average is, where you stand with respect to that average. Based on that, you get a grade. Based on that, you get your CGPA. And if you clear the threshold for computer science, then definitely no one's going to stop you from getting computer science.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yes, guys. We have any other question? Any other? Shaurya Jain. Yeah, go ahead, Shaurya.
Hello, sir. So I gave the BITSAT paper and I secured 168 marks. And apart from it, I also applied in LNMIT and Manipal campus. So in LNMIT, I'm getting ECE. In Manipal campus, I'm getting the triple E. And in Thapar, I'm getting VLSI, like ECE with VLSI specialization. So which is better? Like,
What's your branch in LMIT? Sorry, the first one.
ECE.
So I don't know a lot of differences between the three options that you had. So personally, I don't think there's a lot of difference among those three. That's all.
But which college or like which campus has more grooming or like which is better? If like the three of them are same, then
I don't know. My opinion might be a little biased because I know a few people from Thapar who are in like really good companies. One of them is in Micron, one of them is in Amazon. So I think so. The placement stats at Thapar are like decent. Same goes for Manipal. Recent, like last year, or I think so. Last semester, I saw a list of companies that came for Manipal for placements. So almost all of them were like really well-known companies. I really don't know what they were offering, if they were offering the same or less. So that stat was not there. But in terms of what I would say, the companies that come to campus, I think so Thapar and Manipal have a decent pool to choose from. That is something.
what
Again,
about the LNMIT?
again, I don't have much information about that, so can't help you there.
Okay. So suppose if I get CSE or CCE in LNMIT, then is it better than both of them, like MIT or Thapar?
Again, I would say I really don't know where LMNIT stands with respect to these two colleges. I'm not really informed on that. But again, it uh, depends. You need to talk to someone who has done something at LMNIT just to get a perspective of which companies come for placements, because that's what really matters. And definitely, it depends on your skill level and overall experience. Because, like I said earlier, it's not just the 4 years academically. It's how you spend your time over there, who you spend your time with. Those things matter a lot.
So do you see any
Have
possibility?
a branch preference? Sorry.
Sorry. Yeah, continue.
Do you have a branch preference? Sure. That's what I'm asking.
No, like, see, I'm okay with CSE or any circuital branch, EC.
So since you do not have a branch preference, normally people go with CSE over circuital, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, you can always just follow the trend. So or you can decide upon the college,
Yeah,
depending on.
but I would like to say that I feel as compared, like in BITS as in other colleges, a circular branch people might be allowed to sit for computer science companies as well. So if you take a circular branch in a different college, you might be able to, cover all the bases. Sit for core companies as well, like electronics companies like NVIDIA, Texas Instruments. And you might be able to sit for computer science companies as well. Again, I'm not really sure how the placement units of these three colleges work. You'll have to do a little bit of digging on your own on that. But I feel if you take electronics and communication or some circuital branch, you won't be barred from sitting for computer science companies. That's my experience. Like that's
Yeah.
what my gut says. Again, you'll have to take a little bit deeper on your own.
And what about BITSAT? Like I scored 168. So are there any possibilities?
Again, I am about to pass out. The trend, the cutoffs, everything has changed a lot. Someone who is like in their first or second year, someone on the panel would be able to give you a better idea on that.
Check out, Shaurya, you can check out the last year's cutoff. Na? That will say a lot. That is,
And also, I've applied for 3+2 program in BITS.
what is that?
Like for MBA, like 3+2 program, like 3 years of BTech and then 2 years of MBA.
Yes.
The one with BITSOM.
Yeah, with BITSOM. Yes.
All right. So, firstly, that's a very, very new thing. So, it has not started as of yet, and none of us have any clue about that. With regards to the cutoff for the branches, to the best of my knowledge, last year and also during my time, the cutoffs closed somewhere around 230, if I'm not wrong. The juniors can corroborate. And I think the degrees which will be open in which for at your score range are probably the 2+2 degrees of like University of Buffalo and Iowa. Those ones are open at that range. No other MSc degrees actually open as far as the cutoffs go for my year.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
We have another time. Go ahead.
Hello, sir. Sir, I just have a few more questions.
Go ahead.
Yes, sir. So, after the first year, so in which year will the MSc course get over? If you take BE plus MSc, in which year will the MSc course get over?
Third year.
Third year. Okay, and so what would you for MSc Semiconductors? Which campus would you recommend? Pilani, Hyderabad, or Goa? Which one would you say would be the better option?
Semiconductor basically deals with most like triple stuff. There is a O lab in BITS. That's quite unique stuff. Okay, that O lab, that's Oyster lab. Okay, that's quite unique stuff. And beside BITS, there is a research institute called CERI, CEERI, Center for Electrical and Electronic Research Institute. Like this. So triple of Pilani is considered best. Well, faculty and all those things are fine, but the facility is quite good over there. So I'm sure the semiconductor stuff you'll have to do such experiments that are going to deal with Oyster Lab, which is there in BITS. Apart from BITS, I think it's there only in IIT Madras. So extremely expensive lab. That's why it is not. It is quite professional stuff. Not you won't find generally in any university. That's what I know. So triple for that, faculty wise fine anywhere, but triple you can do a lot in BITS.
Okay, thank you. And sir, if we take a BE plus MSc, will we get enough time to practice? Will we get enough time for PS after the first year? When if you take an MSc program and you also have your BE along with that.
What do you mean by time for PS?
Yeah.
Time for PS they do in summer vacations. It's not after
my PS1 is currently going on, so it happens in the summer vacation. So you don't literally have anything on your head right now other than SIP. But since you're a dualite, that also won't be there. PS in itself happens during the summer vacations, so there's actually like nothing else which will hinder your PS work. That's just independent.
Okay, thank you. And one last question, sir. Apart from BITS, I also have one more backup college called Plaksha. Sir, so could you tell me your opinion on that, whether it's a good college or not? And should I consider it compared to BITS?
The
Is it
Plaksha,
SAT? Is it
no,
through
no,
SAT?
yeah, I think so. Plaksha has their own method. So Plaksha actually came up when I was sitting. I think so it's somewhere. Its first batch was in 21, I guess, or a little bit earlier than that. So it was relatively new. Again, it seems very appealing because all of their courses are extremely industry related. They have mechanical method, they have robotics and artificial intelligence, they have computer science with data science, and they have 4 or 5 courses. It's not extremely elaborate like bits. So whether you want to take that or not, it comes down to, again, placement stats, how the people who have exited that college are actually doing, whether that company, if you want to go for masters, whether colleges abroad, they know that name, whether it has brand value. And obviously you'll realize later on that alumni network matters a lot. So right now Plaksha is relatively new. It doesn't have an extremely strong alumni network basically opens the doors to different companies. So that is something that you'll value once you come to your 4th year or once you're about to sit for placements. So in my opinion is don't take a bet on Plaksha right now. It's relatively new. Stick to the brand names because it's a wild card. It might work, it might not. But you'll be at the forefront of it, and it's not the right time for you or for anyone to make a gamble like that. Stick to the names, make a choice within the options you have, and I think so you should be good to go.
Right. Okay. Thank you so much.
You have S-Sync. What's your name, dear? S-Sync. A-Sync.
All right, sir.
Hello.
Hello, yes, sir.
Aryan is there, yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, sir. So I answered my BITSAT and I got 203 actually. Which is not, I know I won't get any MSc or, I don't want MSc even if I get it. So, how do you think is the idea of, like taking B format BITS-Pilani and I just used to get in and I just do everything on my own, like, and just use the tag. Will I be allowed to certain placements for, how do you think that is as a plan?
See, B Pharma, it's definitely good. It's not just because people are not preferring it doesn't mean pharma industry will definitely go on. That there are a lot of people they in other universities they do take B Pharma by choice also. From my experience is that many of the people who are, if you are in B Pharma, basically you have to go for little. If you want to stick to your this thing branch only, you'll have to go for most of the they go for M Pharma. So it becomes little research oriented. Now, other thing is that you can definitely go for once you get into B Pharma, you can go for consulting side. You can go for other companies which are coming. That is if you do not want to go get into just B Pharma. But pharmacy companies also come.
No, I don't want to do B Farm. I just want to use that to get in, and I'll do like the coding and stuff on my own. I do. Will I be allowed to set in the engineering placements, right? Few things are good.
Again, like I said, companies and the placement unit of the college, they put a barrier on which degrees can actually set for placements for certain companies. So even like I explained earlier, even if you have an amazing resume, because you're B Pharma, you might not be allowed to sit for placements. Again, you can always go the off-campus route, like I explained. But just betting on B Pharma as a degree and getting in and then working your way through. I honestly haven't seen a lot of examples do that immediately after college. Obviously, down the line you can switch however you want. But the first placement that you'll get, there's a slim chance that you might be able to get into a tech company using B Pharma, at least through the college. That's my opinion.
So none of the tech companies keep their make B Pharma students eligible for their roles, as far as I have seen in their job descriptions. And you can definitely do a finance minor because most of the pharma kids do that. They do the finance minor and sit for finance companies, and they do really well with the finance minor. They get into all the major finance companies like JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley, and Nomura. Sometimes even Deloitte and all of those. So you can definitely go for that. But if you're like a proper tech guy who wants to go into
No, not a
engineering,
proper tech guy, but I just want to, like use B Farm as an entry and, do my own, like how we said finance, or do something else on my own.
you
Do
can
you think?
definitely do finance. It's a very good option, and most of the pharma kids go for that. Because by second year they realize that pharma companies don't really like, either they're not paying well, or the people are not interested in pharma subjects, or they do not want to do research. And then they're kind of like, the finance is one of the main options they have. But as for tech companies, I don't really think they make the pharma kids eligible for their roles.
All right. So, no, no, like, if you are in the Pilani campus,
I'm from Hyderabad.
yeah, so Hyderabad. So the pharma people there, like, are they like, why did they join pharma? Because they wanted to do pharma, just because they want to get in and do their own thing.
So a lot of pharma people are the ones who were preparing for medical, and then they, took even a gap year, and they weren't able to get into a good medical college through NEET and everything. So they chose pharma out of interest. A lot of them want to pursue research, like want to further do masters in pharma. But a lot of the pharma kids who actually started with, like the idea of doing something in pharmacy and medical, eventually changed to like finance because they see the better paying stats and all the, like, yeah, the roles that they're getting and everything. It's so, and it's also like much easier. The entire path is like this one whole built path already by your seniors, and you just have to follow that, do the finance minor, do a particular set of courses, study in a particular way, prepare for the interviews in a particular way, and it's just like you can get it. So most of the kids do that. There are very I'm not sure if like I have seen anyone go into a proper tech role after getting into pharma.
All right, yeah.
Okay. So next question, Jeremy, you want to ask again?
Yes, sir. So, one of my main backup options is computer science in Shiv Nadar University, which is in Delhi, NCR. So, if you could please tell me a bit about it and whether it is worth it.
And what you are getting here? I mean, in bits.
In bits, I've got a score of 249, so I can probably get an MSc.
Come to bits. Simple.
Yeah, I had the same option. I reserved a seat at Shivnadar, but then I dropped it. Again,
Okay.
I also had the same option. So definitely no regrets. Come to BITS. It's much better over here in all aspects.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Sudha.
Yes, sir. Good evening. Actually, my son got 256 in bits, 256 in BITSAT. So, what is the possibility to get the branch, means PCE or mechanical in Hyderabad?
In Hyderabad.
Hyderabad campus.
I think so. The best idea, like the last year's cutoffs, would give you the best idea. Like most of the people here from Hyderabad are about to pass out, so we won't be able to give you a proper
If you
idea.
haven't checked the cutoff, you can check it out. Link we can share, and you can just see that. I mean, if you only want to see the cutoff thing, then that this is going to give you a better idea. A link
Last
from
of
its
it was
admin.
mechanical, it is 251.
Then probably you will get it. I mean, because anyway, this time exam was quite tough, so you never know that it may go down the cutoff. So go for it.
Okay.
Then
And
no
one
issue.
thing, I heard about this dual degree, but in the I go through the dual degree entire syllabus, and but coming to BE single degree and dual degree, I didn't see much theoretical, means lab. So there is a theory part, more theory part in the dual degree. Is it true or what is that? So can anyone tell me? Like,
No,
say, if you say, take one subject in the BE single degree, you have the advancement in the subject. So, but while coming to dual degree, only introduction part is there, and there is no much labs in the dual degree.
no. This is not correct. If you take single degree or whether you do dual degree and after, I mean, you go with MSc, then go for any B, exactly same things are taught and same degree you get. Okay, so talking about masters, then that is going to be completely separate stuff. Labs are there, labs are going to be there, and after that single degree, you actually study with your junior batch.
Yeah,
For
that's
example,
everything. But coming to curriculum, I am asking, for a single degree, there is a much advancement in the subject coming to the dual degree. So that difference I saw in the brochure. 4 years.
no.
Is it?
It is not there. You don't have to worry about that curriculum wise.
No elective option also in the dual degree.
No, there is. There are so many. I did
There are,
9 electives also.
yeah, there are a lot of elective
Lot
options.
of electives. Everything is open.
And the best part about BITS is that for like none of the electives you really need a CGPA, which I've heard is the case in like Manipal and a few other colleges, that you need a certain cutoff, CGPA cutoff. And above that, you get your desired electives if you want something like that's not a part of your degree. Like if, for example, I am doing an electrical branch and I need a CS elective, I'll need a CGPA higher than 9, let's say. But there's no such thing in BITS. You can literally take any elective you want, and there are a lot of electives to choose from.
Dual degree also. You can go for the electives, right?
Yes, definitely. And you can also do minors along with dual degree. It's just that you will have to do a summer term to complete your minor.
Oh, so there is a lab facility also for the
Yeah, everything. It's like,
Exactly.
yeah, it's really good. In fact, I would say that the dual degree course curriculum gets very hectic because it's like quite a lot. There are a large number of courses to complete. So it actually gets too much for the students. It's not less, definitely.
Oh, yeah, that's I know. But I want to know it's only theory and coming to single degree, it's a technical part. So
No,
that
no.
question I need.
No, that's not true actually, because as far as I've seen my friends who were in MSc Physics and Chemistry, they do attend a lot of labs and they focus largely on a lot of practical stuff. I was personally in MSc Economics, so I will speak for that. Obviously, economics does not have any labs, but it was still very industry oriented. And one thing I can proudly say about MSc Economics is that whatever you study in your course is more than sufficient for you to get into a good finance or economics related company. So you don't really have to pursue any extra courses from outside or do stuff like extra stuff.
It's I have idea. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much.
We have Vikas. Go ahead.
Yeah, my son Yajas like appeared for BITSAT. Like the result was not encouraging. 176 marks, so probably he might get B Pharma only, which anyway he's not interested. I have a different question. Like we have choices at Thapar, COE, and the JP Institute of Information Technology, Noida, CS, and then there is a college at Delhi, IP University, Maharaja Agrasen Institute of Technology, made CS. So and then SNU electrical and computer. So these are the four choices that we are having right now. So just wanted to take the advice like which one we should prefer.
Someone from Delhi?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I'm from Delhi. Honestly, again, I explained the Shivnadar and Pitt's choice earlier. That was for
Right.
MSc chemistry. Matlab, that was for MSc dual degrees.
Mm-hmm.
Anika explained the whole P Pharma situation of what normally what the path is. If you go on LinkedIn, I'm sure you can find enough number of people who have done B Pharma from Pilani or B Pharma from other campuses, and now they're in There you'll find them in in a large variety of companies. It's not like they stick to their branch. So in the long run, like I said, you might realize that the brand name matters more than the actual degree that you did. Because at the end, it's all skills and you can learn the skills later, but the brand name sticks with you forever. So my preference would be that whatever choices you have, stick with the brand name. But do keep in mind that if you choose B Pharma at BITS, like Anika explained, you would have a relatively fixed path. You won't have a lot of options. So if that is acceptable to you, then definitely come to BITS. Otherwise, pick the college with the best brand name. That's what I would recommend.
Any other question, guys? If you have any, otherwise, one last question if someone wants to ask. Otherwise, we'll be winding up probably.
So even if the B pharma is not filled, we can do that correction in the subsequent period of third, which is going to start, right?
Sir, can you please repeat? If B pharma is
not basically filled in as a choice in the application form.
Okay.
Ideally, I think best way would be you add it at the very last, if possible, and then maybe switch it up and down, if that is the case.
Okay.
Yeah. If it has, sorry, Aditya.
No, nothing wrong anyway. At this, very frankly, at 176, probably based on last year or some 2-3 cutoff, pharma is the only option at this moment, right? So frankly, whether you fill it on the number one or whether you fill it last, ultimately, according to this marks, it will be screened. So if you don't fill, you won't get you may not get anything.
Okay.
Better fill it. If you think that you are fine, if you want to get, then fill it. Now it's fill.
Okay.
Yeah. Any other question, guys? So fine. We would like to wind up this counseling session of BITSAT. Hope to hear some good news from many of you. You please let us know what branch you are getting, in which campus. You can please buzz us. You can ask us any other question if you want to do. Basically, we are mostly a study abroad company which deals with mostly SAT, AP, GMAT, GRE, consulting. But BITS, since I am from BITS, so 5 years back we thought that we should do something for India also, and that's how we thought of making our test series. So thank you so much for being a part of this session. Thank you all the panelists, Anushka, Karthik, Riya, Adi, and we have Anika and Yash. So thank you so much for joining us. If you have any other question, you can reach out to us, and we will be very much able to help you. So guys, now it's time to take dinner. Thanks so much.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.